Coming up, we take you inside the courtroom in the trial of the man accused of murdering Grand Forks officer Cody Hulte. New ownership at Africa nightclub as their liquor license is suspended, and some say race played a role. Plus, Mike is live at Moorhead Cruise Night, where one woman is about to get a big surprise. Valley News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 6.
We're told. Bearcat, Central 17, second fire to Bearcat.
New tonight at 6, body cam video shown during a double murder trial in Grand Forks today details what happened back in May of 2020 in the moments leading up to the killing of Grand Forks officer Cody Hulte. Solomon Pendleton is on trial facing 2 murder charges for his role in the deaths of Officer Hulte and his own mother. After units mobilized outside the building, numerous gunshots were fired from inside. After a brief period of time, some of them made their way to the 3rd floor. Deputy Blake Buckmeyer from the Grand Forks Sheriff's Office shared what happened when he got to Officer Hulte in Unit 303.
Grabbed his hand to feel him and see if he had, could squeeze my hand and his fingers. And at that point, I lifted up his vest and saw that he had a gunshot wound to his left bicep.
Pendleton could face life in prison if he's convicted. That trial is expected to last for 2 weeks. The jury is now set. They'll resume their work tomorrow at 8 a.m. The former manager of Africa Restaurant and Nightclub says the issue of race is behind the suspension of their liquor license. Valley News Team's JC Dodd joins us live in the newsroom with the latest on that. JC?
Stacey, today Fargo City's Commission suspended Africa Restaurant and Nightclub's liquor license for 60 days, and one now former employee says it's because of race. It's led to a lot of conversation on social media, and last night the manager at the time told us this. Take a listen.
It's not fair. I feel that because I'm a black owner, the only black club in Fargo, North Dakota, they're trying to take a risk. They're trying to take advantage of me because of what is going on.
Today we're learning Francis Brown is no longer employed at the club, and they're also announcing a change in leadership. They say their attorney is now their general manager, and his stance is that race didn't play a role. He says he has plans to turn things around at the club.
Complete overhaul of policies, and both with employment and with serving and with security, really just everything ground up. Everything needs to change.
The attorney turned manager says he just needs more time. Stacey?
Thanks so much, JC. At this point, it seems like the commission plans to give him that time. Some commissioners today questioned why the restaurant's liquor license was being suspended rather than revoked. That answer was they need more time to investigate.
He wanted me dead. He wanted me dead as could be. He wanted to shoot me point blank in the head. He wanted my brain matter on his body. That's what I feel.
A Sargent County man says he's lucky to be alive tonight after his driver's seat headrest stopped a bullet just inches from his head. 68-year-old Gerald Dill is accused of firing that shot around 10 o'clock Monday night in Sturham, North Dakota. That's just a few miles west of Gwinner. Dill is now charged with attempted murder and reckless endangerment, but is out on a $50,000 bond. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley spoke to both the victim and suspect today in a story you'll only see here on Valley News Live.
Daniel Bauer says he was just beginning his nightly drive Monday when what he describes as a real-life nightmare unfolded.
It's just trauma in my head. I can see the gun. I can't even sleep at night.
But Bauer says the issues with Gerald Dill go back further than Monday. Both Bauer and Dill claiming each has been dealing with harassment and intimidation from the other for over a year.
I've been on needles and pins for the last year and a half of my life. Watching my back. I won't let my wife drive out of town without me.
A restraining order was filed and awarded to Bauer against Dill in November 2019 after Bauer stated he was continuously scared for his and his wife's safety due to Dill's conduct.
And he kept saying, if I do this or else, and I was scared of this else.
The restraining order, which Dill states was based on lies, expired in November 2020, and both men claim threats and animosity has heightened within the last month, bringing us to Monday night.
And I got down there by the mailbox on this County Road 4. He stopped me and started cussing and swearing at me. Got off his four-wheeler and he started walking to me. I didn't see it right away. and he had his hand straight out like this, and he's coming straight here towards my head. And I think why he didn't shoot me with 5 feet from the car, I think he wanted to get personal and shoot me point blank in the head.
Meanwhile, Dill says Bauer wasn't just going for a drive, claiming Bauer tried to run him over, and that's why Dill fired his gun.
When someone tries to run over me in my driveway, I will stand my ground.
But you weren't trying to kill him?
Oh, no, ma'am.
What were you trying to do?
Get him out away from me.
Bauer calls Dill's story a flat-out lie, but says it's all in the court's hands now, adding he's thankful for another day and his car's headrest that made it that way. In Stirrup, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Gerald Dill will be back in court August 4th. If convicted, he faces a maximum of 20 years in prison. Now here's Hutch with a first look at your forecast. Hutch?
All right, Stacy, thanks so much. As we take a look at the clouds in the Devil's Lake area heading into the evening, nothing falling from them, just some good old-fashioned floaters floating through the sky. We have temperatures near 90 from the Red River Valley and points west. It's mid-90s in the central Dakotas. The cool spot, central portions of Minnesota and off to the east where Duluth is still in the 60s. Well, tonight, if you're out and about, make sure that you get ready to eat that ice cream cone quickly. It's going to be melting very fast. This melt resulting in a puddle in a mere few seconds. With temperatures near 90 all the way through sunset and beyond, we're into the 70s as we go into the late evening hours. All in all, looks fairly quiet tonight. I'll have details on a chance of some thunder on your holiday forecast planner here in just a few moments.
All right, thanks so much, Hutch. Fargo police say they have an idea of who started the fire at the Frying Pan restaurant last month, but they need your help finding him. Police hope to charge 29-year-old Nathan Oren with aggravated endangering by fire. He's 5'11", 158 pounds with brown eyes and brown hair. He's suspected of starting a fire in the restaurant's dumpster back on June 14th. That fire spread to the roof of the building, causing about $5,000 worth of damages. It was just one of a string of dumpster fires that occurred that week. People in one household are being relocated tonight after a fire started in their garage. Investigators are still trying to figure out how it started. It happened this afternoon in the 400 block of 16th Street North in Moorhead. No one was hurt, but a cat died from smoke inhalation. News on the COVID vaccine front today. Minnesota has hit the president's vaccination goal. Governor Walz says 70% of the state's 18 and older population has gotten at least one dose of the vaccine. The president wanted every state to do this by July 4th. Data shows North Dakota's number is around 50%. Today was the last day of operation for Sanford Health's Gordman's COVID vaccinations. They're shifting their focus to getting patients vaccinated at their doctor's offices. When they took over the former department store building, they were vaccinating more than 1,000 people per day. Today, just 62 patients were among the last to receive their shots there.
It's the ability to get your vaccine where it's close to home, and we're seeing that people aren't coming here as often anymore because of that ability to get it close to where they live.
Across all of its clinics, Sanford has vaccinated more than 170,000 patients. Nearly a third came from the Gordman's Clinic. If you're looking for places to get the vaccine, use our VNL vaccine tracker. It's on the homepage of our website, or you can open your phone camera and point it at the QR code on your screen, then tap the link that pops up. A petition has been submitted to the North Dakota Secretary of State's office, which would put term limits on state lawmakers and the governor's office. It would cap the governor to 8 years in office and each lawmaker to serving 8 years in each chamber. Of the 42 members signed on to that petition, 7 are current sitting lawmakers, 3 of whom have served more than 8 years in their chambers. However, the petition says the clock would start the January after approval from voters, meaning no current lawmakers would be removed from their seats.
When I was asked to be on it, I said I would much rather have it be retroactive, because it seems kind of a cop-out to say I'm in favor of term limits, but not for me. So if we were going to do it, I wanted it to be retroactive. And yeah, it would have pushed me out. That's okay. I've worked hard. I've done plenty here.
Some have concerns over the body losing institutional knowledge on issues and procedure. The petition says if a member serves 8 years in one chamber, they are still allowed to serve another 8 years in the other one. The Department of Environmental Quality has confirmed harmful algae blooms in 12 North Dakota lakes, including Jamestown Reservoir and Spiritwood Lake. The blue-green algae can look like grass clippings floating in the water, clumps, or spilled green paint. People who swallow or come into contact with it can become sick or experience numb lips, tingling fingers and toes, and blisters, among other problems. It's also harmful to pets. You can find a map of advisories right on our Facebook page. Just search Valley News Live. If you're missing Mike, never fear. He's about to join us live from Moorhead Cruise Night with a surprise one woman will never forget.
And it's hot out there. Look at all the sunny skies and quiet weather in the northern plains. Showers and thunderstorms, some of them strong through the central and eastern United States. Your hour-by-hour forecast shows the heat continues to build. I'll have details in your forecast next.